Column charts are one of the most common graphics in data visualization, but if you use them wrong, you can fuck up everything. That's why I will show you in this video how to actually create a great column chart in Google Looker Studio. I don't want to waste your time, so let's jump right in. So this is our dataset. I will leave the download link in the description in a Google Drive folder so you can actually download the thing. And I will explain this pretty quickly. This is just basically a dataset for students. Students took a test, and then we have their parental level of education, whether they had the standard lunch or the reduced lunch. Then we have how much they prepared, if they prepared the preparation course or not. And then we have their scores. So you can actually look at some pretty interesting relationships in here. Now, once you have downloaded the CSV, let's go to Looker Studio and let's click on Create Blank Report. Of course, we need to upload the data first. It's gonna open this automatically. Let's click on File Upload. This is what we use to upload CSVs. Now click to upload files, and wherever you store the data, just click on your file and open it. This is pretty straightforward. This is pretty easy. We have to wait a little until this status says uploaded. Once it says uploaded, we need to add this, add to report. Now we don't need this table, let's just delete this shit. Now this is the easy and the fun part. Let's click on add chart. We have the column chart here. Let's click, drag, let's make it big. And I'm gonna explain to you the parts of the column chart. Now Google Data Looker Studio is a little bit weird and it doesn't tell you which axis is y-axis and which axis is the x-axis. So the dimensions and the things here are a little bit different, but I'm gonna explain it to you. So dimension is basically the x-axis. In our case, dimension is gender, so it's segmenting them by female or male. Now let's say we want to analyze by parental level of education, so let's drag this into dimension. Now, for the y-axis, what metric do we change? Well, we change metric actually. So let's say we want to know the writing score, right? Let's add it here. And this is wrong. This is completely wrong. Why? Because it's the sum of every writing score. So this means all of the records we have where their parents have some degree add up to this writing score. But this is wrong. For us to do a great analysis, in this case, we need the average. So let's click on the pencil here. Let's click on average. Now this graph is okay, but it's missing something. You don't actually tell me what this is about. Like I have to really think about it. So let's fix this problem. Click on the chart. It's gonna open up this, right? Let's go to style and let's go down to x-axis label. Show axis title here. Now we're gonna click on this. If you want to change the axis title, it says parents privilege. This doesn't tell me anything, so let's go here. Let's go to edit and you can see parents education level. Now this is actually more descriptive. I don't like these labels, I don't like this writing score. So let's delete the writing score and let's add a label to the y-axis so we can actually understand what's going on. Let's go to style again, and to delete the label, we're gonna look for legend. This is legend. Now, you have bottom, right, I don't care. I want none of it. But now I don't actually know what my y-axis talks about. So let's go up, and let's go to left y-axis, show title. Now, if you want to change this, you go to metric and you change whatever your metric means, right? Now, we don't want that's not pretty, but you can change it if you want to. Now, I like to add a title to all my graphs because I don't know what this means. Now, let's go to style. Let's go to show title, writing score by parents education. This title is usually okay. If you want to change it, you can just write whatever you want in here. So our graph is looking like this. If you have this problem where the data looks like this, just make it a little bit bigger. And now you can see each breakdown. And there are some other things you can do to add a little bit of style. For example, if you want to make the graph bigger, you can literally just like grab it and move it. Now, creating this graph is easy, but there is something really important you need to understand. People need to get it like this. When they look at the graph, they need to understand what it talks about like this. If your graph takes a little bit of research to understand what it's about, then it's about graph. I don't care what you're teaching, you should be able to make everything simple. We use data to make decisions simple. Now let's look at this graph. I see parents level education, and I see parents with master's degree, their children, they tend to score 75. I can see easily the worst scorers. I can see it's 62 on average, and I can see that their parents usually just have high school. Now this makes sense. This is logical, but there are gonna be things that are not so logical, so you need to make it very clear with your graph. So when you finish your graph, ask yourself, Alright, am I able to understand this? Is this something I understand when I look at it? If the answer is yes, then congratulations. You just created a good column chart. If the answer is no, consider using another chart or make your chart simpler. Your data needs to be simple and understandable. That is what's really gonna set you apart from other analysts. So that's it for today. Column graph is very easy, but really make your best to do it good because you have an amazing profession. So we should take advantage of that, you know? We're lucky to have this job. I guess I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao.